Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we are gonna be talking about Kaku from One Piece. You guys know that Kaku is a super cool character. I would say is one of my favorite One Piece characters, and I will explain you a little bit of why do I like Kaku so much and what is he gonna do soon in the story, in my opinion. I think he is a key character and he's gonna be doing a couple of interesting things. And nothing major, I would say, nothing major in regarding a problematic for the One Piece, for the Straw Hat crew, but something interesting definitely. So, as we know, Kaku is a massive character, so I am gonna do a very small drawing today. I wanna try to do it. In a nice pose, like he's kind of, I don't know, like fighting and throwing a kick or something. I'm drawing the new awakening from Egghead that we have of Kaku that is incredible, and basically the day is gonna be about the commentary today. The commentary is gonna be about this power, new power for him. So, as you remember, Kaku now is CP0, but before he used to be CP9 with Ruchi and Khalifa, Blueno, Kumadori, Fukuro, Jabura as well. So those super cool guys. I have a video about Water 7 that I'm gonna put here. That is my favorite saga. Water 7 Enies Lobby is my favorite saga. The CP9 has a lot of weight in my decision to pick in that saga, and as I said in the latest videos, Egghead is becoming, let's say, my second favorite saga in One Piece, or it's fighting very hard with Water 7 Enies Lobby because all the fights, all the lore, all the info, the CP9 that is now CP0, and all this information that Oda is releasing. So yeah, and I invite you to watch that other video as well because you are gonna enjoy it a lot. I am drawing Polly in that one. I love Polly as well, but. Yeah, so as I was saying, Kaku is one of my favorite characters in One Piece in general. I love the way he flies, the way he's moving in Water 7, for example. And I went to Venice recently in Italy and I understood, so my thoughts there were like, okay, I'm in Water 7, anytime CP9 is gonna show up, anytime Frankie's gonna show up, I'm gonna see Iceberg walking around. And walking around that city, I could notice that probably Oda, years ago, went there and he said, okay, it's very uncomfortable to walk, you need to take the boat, so you need to be able to jump like Kaku. I thought, being there, I thought most probably Oda was there and he thought, okay, I wish I could jump from one corner, because it's kind of it's a one island, but it has, you know, the kind of like a river in the middle, this lagoon in the middle, and then you need to cross through a couple of bridges, or you need to take these water taxis and things like in Water 7. So I was in one side in a cathedral and I thought, okay, this Oda must have been here for sure, because I want to cross here to the other side and see the main area, the main touristic area, and I can't. I need to go all the way around because this bridge is closed, and etc, etc. So I thought, I wish I could jump, and straight away I thought about Kaku and about Oda, and it's like, okay, so 100%, Oda was around there and he said, "Ooh, I need to create something." Someone like he's able to do these things, and then he came out with Kaku, because all the rest of the CP9s, they are very cool, I love them as well, but they don't do these things, they don't move like Kaku, and that was something that I noticed, and yeah, very nice experience, very nice for a One Piece fan to go to Venice. A little bit expensive place, though, I have to say. You need to pay to go inside everywhere, but it's worth the visit just for the experience of Water 7 in general, and I love it. I'm gonna be drawing a little bit of, as I said, a little bit of experiment. I want he's gonna be in a weird pose, like, I don't know, coming like this. It's gonna be it's gonna be a little bit of perspective because he's very big and I don't wanna do him standing in a line. I want him maybe like do like he's jumping or something there. And we are gonna do as well the clouds around him like this. See, it is true that it looks very ugly. Eh? Let's see if I can change this face to a little bit more normal face or something. So we need to, talking about Kaku, we need to realize that he is one of those super intelligent kids, super skilled kids, and call it how you want, but remember that he got his fruit 2 years ago in Enies lobby, after, before the big fights started. He was given because his good work in the Water 7 mission for the blueprints and everything. He was given, and Khalifa, devil fruit. Okay, so he got the giraffe, the Zoan giraffe, and if you think about it, in only 2 years that he has the fruit, he has been able to master it. Because there are people in One Piece that they have the fruit their whole lives, and they don't awaken. So we know Kaku is elite warrior, because CP9 is elite assassins, like Ruchi, like Khalifa, etc. And to see him awakening where other people haven't done it after having it the whole life, I know. So the fruits don't awake because you fight, okay? There's something that I want to explain. The fruits awaken because you kind of become one with the fruit, you master the fruit, you are using the fruit all the time. That's why I think I have a very nice theory about Boogie that I'm gonna put here, Boogie the Clown. And in that theory I talk about Boogie awakening and for the end of the story, because he is a person, he is a Akuma No Mi user, that he doesn't know how to live without fruit, basically. He is using the fruit to walk, to run, to talk, to express himself. When he's upset, he's jumping, he's breaking into pieces, and the awakening is all about that. It's about becoming one with the fruit and mastering it, so controlling the fruit, and Boogie is one of these characters. But, coming back to Kaku and focusing in Kaku, so to achieve the awakening in 2 years, only in 2 years, well, in less than 2 years, that is crazy amount of skill and ability, and I admire that, and that's as well why he's one of my favorite characters. So if you remember, there is this mini story when we finish the Water 7 Enies Lobby saga about, they are gonna be eliminated. They want to kill them because they know too much info, etc. And they have to escape from Enies Lobby. So Blueno with the Doa Doa with the fruit of the doors, he basically saves Ruchi, Kaku, everyone there. They are very heavily wounded there and everything, and there they actually go into hiding, and Ruchi is destroyed. He needs medical attendance, and the CP9 at that time, the CP9, well, kind of they swear vengeance against the world government, and they decide to do some jobs, do some normal jobs, like good people jobs, to pay the bills for the medical service for Ruchi, okay? And that is, you see them, all of them transformed as animals, doing a little bit like circus, doing a little bit like amusement activities, amusement park things. They are like playing with kids, and they have a little bit of coin because of that. And so you see them that even being people raised to be assassins and killers and be bad people, in that mini story Oda shows us as good. And I think this is very important for my theory today, because I think Kaku is good, and Kaku is gonna end up in this Egghead saga being good. And you are gonna, by the time you I finish explaining this theory, you are gonna maybe share my opinion about Kaku and about these characters. So on all of this, to be honest, just to raise money for Ruchi, okay? There is a drawing. There is a drawing of Kaku as a kid. Oda loves to draw the characters as kids every now and then. And in this drawing you have Kaku, very cute, very nice, holding a ship, a boat. He actually wanted to be a shipwright. His assessment of the Merry in Water 7 was right, because Zorro kind of questions this when they fight in the Tower of Justice. And at that moment, Zorro is doubtful if they've been tricked to kind of ditch the Merry and have like a problem, have like a problem, create like discord in the saga. But Kaku is like, no, I'm actually a proper shipwright. I know my things, and this is true. And the Merry is dying and was gonna die anyway. So then we see this aspect of Kaku as a professional and as a happy person again when we arrive to Egghead. That this is why I'm drawing him in Egghead outfit and in CP0 outfit. So when we arrive to Egghead, he's mesmerized with the city, and he said something like, "This is truly a city of the future. I can hardly contain myself." So he's so excited, and he's kind of like Usopp and with Luffy when they arrive to a new island. He's mesmerized, and that is very, very important as well for the part I want to explain now regarding Kaku. So I think he just had a change of heart. I mentioned this in my Ruchi theory that I will put here. My Ruchi theory goes connected to this one, and I think these two characters are tied always in the story. And in that, this change of heart is basically, we have seen Kaku inside the bubble, kidnapped, let's say, by the Straw Hat crew. Everyone left, and he's been left with Stussy. Stussy has been talking with one of the Vegapunks, okay, with Pythagoras, I think it is, and Edison, I think it is. She's been talking, and in the latest episode, 2 episodes ago, 11-18, I think it was, basically they had a conversation, Stussy and the Vegapunk, and Stussy wanted to save Kaku. Say, can I open the bubble? Can I release Kaku from the bubble so we can escape? He's my Nakama, basically, and Edison is kind of telling him, "I'm sorry because I know you consider them, the CP0, as your Nakamas, and I made you betray them to help me. I'm sorry about it. Do as you consider." So they go into all this conversation about Stussy. You are your own person, even if you are a clone. I will put a bit about Stussy, very interesting as well here about the cloning concept. And so Stussy is crying and everything, very excited, and Kaku has remorse. You see how he's affected by the conversation and by the truth of Stussy. Okay, let's do this. Leg goes like this, and then Sorry, because I start talking and I forget about drawing sometimes because I get very excited about the topic. Kind of making him like in the middle of the fight, affected here. I want to do these clouds like this. Okay, something like this is nice, I like it. It's kind of jumping there, we still need to do the tail as well. This massive tail that he has, giraffe tail. So in 11.19, that is the latest episode so far that we see, we actually have this conversation. So Kaku is released from the bubble, and Stussy is like, oh, Kaku, let's go, let's escape, we need to get out of here, the island is going down, blah, blah, blah. And Kaku is like, what are you talking about? But he's not upset with her, he's kind of conflicted. He's like, what are you talking about? Get out of here. Kind of he appreciates and he respects that Stussy was able to save him, but he's kind of, get out of here. I'm kind of sparing your life, but I am not gonna be able to control Ruchi once he is here. He's gonna kill you because you betrayed us, you betrayed him. That is a very important a scene when the betrayal happens, that Stussy bites Kaku and makes him faint, and then she's gonna bite Ruchi afterwards. But Ruchi is looking at her like, what the hell is going on here? What are you doing, Stussy? What are you doing? He suffered the betrayal that he did in Water 7 to Polly and Galela. Okay, so he's suffering that betrayal there, and I explained this in the video of Ruchi as well. So that video about Ruchi that I mentioned before, I think he is gonna awaken, but looking like a Impel Down jailer, this Mino Koala, Minotaurus, and all of these guys. So I think that needs to happen now. Probably, I thought before Egghead, the fruit, we need to see when a Zoan fruit is taking over a user. I think Kaku is reckless, Kaku is bloodthirsty, and it's the perfect candidate for the fruit to take over. It will be very sad, but it's one of those things that needs to happen in One Piece, and it will be super cool that we can see that. It will be super cool to see it. So, basically, I think Kaku had a change of heart. By the time this conversation is almost finished, Kaku and Stussy is insisting to Kaku to escape with him, and Kaku is saying, get out of here, or Ruchi, when he arrives, he will kill you. I think Ruchi is gonna arrive, he's gonna transform into normal awakening, and he's gonna try, like Black Awakening, like we have seen, he's gonna awaken and attack Stussy, and then we are gonna see the change of heart of Kaku, and Kaku is gonna protect Stussy to the death and awakened. Kaku is gonna be awakened as well, but the clouds of the awakening, now they are gonna be white. I have this theory in that video of the Ruchi that I put there, that I explain that when you are a bad guy, the clouds are black, and when you are a good guy, the clouds are black. And that's the two different types of awakening of a fruit, if you are good or if you are bad. This is a good, evil story. Regardless of what people is saying, this is a good and evil story, and this needs to happen. On top of this, the third option that we have here in the awakenings is that the fruit takes control of the user and you awaken like an Impel Down jailer. That is my full video of Ruchi that I shared with you there. So if you are good, white awakening like Luffy, like Bonnie now, like Yamato. If you are bad, awakening in black like Ruchi. like Kaku so far. And I think because the change of heart, because the friendship with Stussy, and him realizing, okay, this girl is actually Nakama, she wants to save me, I'm good. So he is gonna be good, and we will see an interesting fight. I don't think Kaku is a match for Ruchi. I don't think he's a match. Ruchi is much more stronger, but I think he's gonna buy her time to be able to escape, because if you see the video I talk about Stussy there, I think she needs to, or she will escape with, she will end up at the very end going with Bonnie, and she's a clone. She needs to train the PX, the Seraphins and the Pacifistas, to be good people and to be proper human like her, and that I think is the culmination of her story, to be honest. Let's do the clouds. As I've been saying, the clouds, I'm gonna draw them in white, okay? It's gonna be like this. The arm is gonna go like that. Just a little bit experiment like I did with the Ruchi drawing. Is a non-existent drawing in one piece that I am kind of making up for the sake of the theory, okay? So we have Kaku with the white flames of the awakening. Okay. So in this fight, okay, the interesting thing will be the following, because think about it. Kaku has like a small beard and this kind of funky hair when he's transformed, but he's gonna be white. So kind of, he actually doesn't have a beard, but Oda makes him this kind of Abraham Lincoln beard. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So what I was saying, there is this very interesting thing that is gonna happen, I think, and I strongly believe this is gonna happen, and if not, it will be very, very weird for me. What is Kaku gonna be doing going forward? So basically, Kaku will cut Ruchi's attack, transform into Awakening, White Awakening. Ruchi that he knows about Awakening, and he knows many things because he's the one that explains to Kaku and Khalifa, hey, you know, the fruits, blah, 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 and you don't know, it tastes very weird. So he knows things, even if he looks like only like a fighter, he's knowledgeable of things, okay? He's a clever guy. And I think he is basically gonna be surprised. He's gonna say, oh, I knew you will turn. I think Ruchi already knows this information. You're gonna say, oh, I know you always been a soft, you always been a this, blah, blah, blah. And this is gonna create a lot of anger. It's gonna create a lot of anger in Ruchi. He is gonna lose the control, and then because of this, I think Kaku is doomed. I think Ruchi is gonna lose control, get super bloodthirsty, the fruit is gonna take over, he is gonna transform into an Impel Down looking beast, like I have the drawing done like that, and basically he will knock Kaku, and if Kaku escapes, it's gonna be by miracle, but we need the two importance, the change of color in Kaku and the change of awakening in Ruchi. And as I said, the best characters to do this, the best character I will say is Ruchi, and if it is helping with Kaku, better. Why? I'm gonna explain you why. what do we know about Ruchi? We know that Ruchi is a bloodthirsty guy who has no friends, has no one, and he only is worried about, and he only wants to kill. Okay? What does happen in 1117 or 1116, 1118 when Mars is kind of flying into Egghead and he arrives and finds Ruchi defeated by Zorro and Jinbei? All caught. He wanted to carry on, but he can't. Mars appears there and he says, hey, where is this? And Ruchi gives him an update. This guy is there, this guy is there, blah, 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 blah. And before he leaves, he says, please spare my nakama, Kaku. Never in One Piece story we have heard anyone be mentioned as a nakama from Ruchi's mouth. This is an evolution in the character. Ruchi has a little heart, okay, that first of all is broken by Stussy because he's betrayed and he didn't expect that. We see in his eyes, he didn't expect that, and that's very hurtful for him. But actually he got his own medicine. And then we see this that is gonna happen again, 100% sure, when Kaku is gonna protect Stussy and have different color of awakening, and then he is gonna be affected again and is gonna say, oh my god, I've been betrayed again by another colleague, by my nakama, my only nakama I mentioned, Kaku, that I was looking to spare, that I came back here to look for him and save him from the bubble and escape together. Now he wants to protect Stussy, that is a traitor, and wants to hold me here so she can escape. And then that is the cataclysm that is going to happen in his head, inside him, for the fruit to take over. And then we have a silly looking Ruchi, out of control, and banging Kaku's head transformed against the wall until Kaku loses consciousness, like Chopper in Water 7. We need to have this monster like in Water 7. And then obviously we do the comparison with Impel Down jailers, and obviously these guys needs to be eliminated. Stussy will escape. Maybe how Ruchi is gonna lose control, and upon doing this, Ruchi is not gonna be able to recognize anymore friend or foe. I think that is gonna be the moment when we need probably Stussy to take Kaku very wounded and throw him to the side, or save him, or someone else is gonna save Kaku, or Ruchi is gonna be captured by the rest of the Marines, or by the Gorosei or something. Well, I don't know by the Gorosei, because I don't think the Gorosei actually cares about any of this. But yeah, so this is in a nutshell my theory about Kaku and what is gonna happen now in the story. I know it is very radical, very crazy, but I've been watching One Piece for a very long time, and these things, surprise things like this happen all the time, and I love it, and I can't wait to see actually more and more of these things. I'm gonna be adding, while we talk, a little bit of tone here for the giraffe. Okay, most of the drawing is gonna be white, so I wanna do some key drawings. So key tones, like we have the limbs, the tail, so the giraffe part of the drawing, all yellowish like this. Okay, as well the tie is yellow as well, like the character. Okay, I have a very nice brown that I wanna use. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. This is my giraffe brown, okay? This is Alpino. Alpino is Spanish brand. Alpino Colores in Instagram if you wanna have a look to them. They're very nice. I have plenty of colors, different brands. I like to use Alpino. I like to use Standler. I bought a little bit of Faber-Castell lately, that they look very nice and smells like pencil, very nice as well. And as well, feel free to, if you have any nice pencils that you're using there in at home or anything, just drop it in the comments as well, so I can have a look and maybe buy a couple and try them. And yeah, I have some as well big, like some of the pens big, very nice brand. And I'm gonna fancy doing this black. I know it's a little bit brownish grayish, but I fancy doing it black, like socks, like I've done the feet as well, without shoes, like this. Okay. As I said, this is a little bit of experiment, okay? Let me add a little bit of yellow. I want a little bit of orange here to have a contrast, okay? But I will add a little bit more of yellow. So please feel free to write in the comments what do you think is gonna happen with Ruchi and with this conflict, inner conflict that he has now in his mind. What do you think? Is he gonna go with Stussy? Is he gonna stay there until Ruchi arrives? Ruchi has been defeated. Well, Ruchi or Luchi, depend of the translation. You see one or other. I grew up with him being Ruchi with R, and but you know, in lately I think officially they are calling him Luchi. But to be honest, it's been very difficult for me to change the name. So yeah, feel free to call him however you want. I don't mind. The only thing that I care is basically what do you think about the character and how it's gonna be. It's really difficult for me to change the concept of a name when I know him for like 20 years by the other name because the translation in my country. But anyway, this is looking nice. This is looking very nice. I don't think this is gonna have much more tone, to be honest, but let's see where is my black color. I have my colors on the table. I'm gonna be using this new Polychromos Faber-Castell that I bought the other day. It looks very nice. I've been using it for some drawings already in my YouTube channel and as well in my Instagram. You can visit my Instagram and the very bottom section of the comment of the box. I will put my Instagram there and link to the main YouTube channel as well, so you can see everything that I do. And yeah, so the black I use it to do a little bit of emphasis in the lines like this. For example, like this outfit is all white. Okay, the CP0 is white. So I just kind of give a little bit of emphasis, a little bit of detail to the clothing, a little bit of emphasis to the shadings here, okay? Like this. Looking good, looking good. Maybe a little bit of shadow there as well, casting shadow there. Here on the neck as well. A little bit of shadow there. Okay. I know you may be there at home watching the video saying, oh my god, this guy is talking now about Kaku is gonna turn. We don't know. We don't know the awakening yet. I am theorizing. I am kind of enjoying my One Piece experience. I'm kind of trying to see what I would like to see. What I would like to see. I would like to see an explanation of the awakening, and I don't want to Vegapunk to tell me. I don't want to Oda to tell me. When you create a story or when you create a movie, a comic, a book, the best way is to show. And if by Kaku defending a friend, defending an Akama that is Stussy, he changes color of the clouds, then I don't need explanation. I don't need a further explanation from Oda. I don't need 20 panels for this. I just need one panel. I just need one panel to see that, okay, so this is what the awakening is. When you are good, it is white. When you are bad, the awakening is black. And then if you lose the control, like Rochi will do, I think probably soon, and now, when you lose the control, and then the awakening, you become like a silly monster, looking silly like Chopper. Because what happened to Chopper in that fight and his connection, it is foreshadowing in One Piece. So we see, it will be very poetic that we see Chopper transforming into the Impel Down monster, giant Impel Down monster in that saga, in Water 7, and now it will be very poetic that the leader of those bad guys suffered the same fate like Chopper suffered there, but he was able to reverse it. Frankie was able to reverse it at that point. We don't know if actually, if you throw one of those Impel Down jailers in the water, we don't know if actually it will go back to normal state, because we haven't received an explanation. But to start, we can see that, as I said, it will be very poetic, very interesting, if we see this transformation, and yeah, very interesting. What are you gonna do with Kaku going forward? Kaku doesn't have more relevance. It could explain something to us as a reader. We don't have anything more to receive from Kaku. He's a fighter, a strong fighter who was very strong fighting Zorro. Now he showed up again. He's not strong enough to defeat the Straw Hats anymore. Ruchi is not strong enough to defeat the guys anymore. Why would you do a mini story? Why would you bring them back? Because they are very high in the polls, in One Piece polls. Yes, but on top of that, because maybe Yoda wants to explain us something, okay? We see two very strong characters that they are able to awaken. And do we want to have more info about awakening? Yes. Can we use these two guys, these two Zoan beasts, as a guinea pigs to explain forward the lore of the Akuma no Mi? Yes, we can. The lore of the awakening? Yes, we can. And are we gonna feel bad if Ruchi transforms into Impel Down Jailer and lose consciousness forever, and they need to end up sending him to Impel Down? No, because he is bad. He had 3 or 4 chances in this saga to redeem himself, like we see Kaku now redeeming himself a little bit with Stussy and being effective with this conversation. So if he's gonna kind of end up being defeated by the fruit, it is good. It is good for me. I don't have any complaints, and at the same time, Oda, thank you. You are explaining me what is this awakening thing doing. So I think I have more or less the whole thing arranged here. I'm adding some details in black to Kaku, to the clouds here, because kind of to showcase, maybe when someone sees this drawing says, oh, he didn't finish painting, and then can say, oh no, I'm gonna actually watch it because why he didn't finish painting. Kind of showing that there is more beyond this character. And yeah, so just to do like a little recap of what I've been talking today. Today I've been talking about one of my favorite characters in One Piece, one of my favorite ways of moving, that is the Rokushiki, and the flying that he has, the Rokushiki technique. I love it. When this was introduced, I love it. And the Gia Second, fighting with Blueno, when that shows up, I love it. Some of my favorite moments in One Piece are from Water 7 and its lobby as well. So yeah, as I said, a small recap. Basically, this is Kaku from CP0, transformed into Awakening in Egghead, but the Awakening is white. We've been talking about his path during the story, that he is a very clever, intelligent guy, and very skilled guy, because he was able to basically awaken his fruit only in 2 years of having the fruit. It's kind of the shortest period of time with Khalifa that we have seen someone having a fruit and awakening it and everything. So he is a master of the fruit. Basically, I went through a little bit what we know from him in Water 7, that he was supposed to be a good guy. I think he is at heart a good guy. I think now he had a change of heart, talking with Stussy and seeing what happened in in the labo phase with the monsters and everything, with Mars and everything. I don't think he was aware of these monsters, Gorusei, and he's affected because of that, and he doesn't want to be part of that. And yeah, as I said, the whole point of Kaku now is to protect Stussy. By this, he will change the color of his awakening to white, from black to white. We will have that explanation, okay? And he is gonna have to protect Stussy from Ruchi. That he already said that, okay? This is not foreshadowing. This is already truth. What is gonna happen? He said, leave, Stussy, leave, forget about me, because if Ruchi comes here and sees you, he will definitely kill you. So this needs to happen, and he needs to protect her, because to pay the debt. He's gonna kind of say, okay, you saved me from the bubble, you didn't leave me here to die, I don't want to go with you because I have a conflict in my opinions. I'm confused with all of this. Get out of here. I will hold Ruchi, and that's what's gonna happen. And then Ruchi will feel the double betrayal and will transform into Impel Down Jailer transformation and problemo for Kaku, because he's gonna bam, hit him, and Kaku, bye bye. I'm gonna just paint a little bit this more black. I don't want to do the Shigan nose that he has, but a little bit of dark I always like to add, like this. So yeah, feel free, please, to comment, subscribe, like, share with your friends and your nakamas and everything, and all these things that you do in the One Piece, in the YouTube community, in the YouTube channels, and let's open conversations to see if Kaku is doomed or is not doomed. But this is everything for today, okay? Just sign. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, as I said, share, subscribe, like, comment, let's open discussion about it. I would love to talk about this, because I haven't seen anyone talking about it, and I don't know why people is not talking about this. But white awakening for Kaku incoming. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!